Okay, just say no. It's not everything. Say yes to. Not that you not say yes and you end up being in like 6 different fellowships. How will you have time to read? Please. Or like you are in a session, you are a content creator in one session, you are a graphic designer in another session, you are the president in another session, you are the vice president in another session. How will you have time to read? All right, so many people usually like ask me that, Wara, how do you manage your time as a medical student, as a content creator, as the female house rep? How do you manage your time? And I just want to say that as a medical student, time management is one of the skills that you have to learn. So if you want to learn how I manage my time efficiently as a medical student, please keep watching this video. Okay, all right. So the first thing that I usually do is I have a journal. The journal can either be a physical journal or it can be a software app like Google Notion, like Google Calendar, like Notion. So usually I actually have like a physical journal. So in this physical journal, it's like a kind of jotter, a book. So what I do is that I list out my activities from Sunday. I list out my activities from Sunday to Saturday. That's like my regular activities, the things that I do every day, like my classes. Okay, like I have to go to church, I have to cook, I have to eat, I have to do some things. So I have to go to the lab. So things that I do every week, I list them out per day, because the things that I do on Saturday, I might not do them on a Wednesday, which is a weekday. So I list out my activities per day. Then after that, the next thing I do is I prioritize these activities. How important are these activities to me? How important they are to me? Like now, reading my book as a medical student is more important to me than me completing the Wednesday season 2 series. You understand what I'm trying to say? So I prioritize how important these activities are to me. Then with that, I will now schedule time to each of these activities. Like now, I can say, okay, to my reading time, I can say, okay, I want to read for just 4 hours in this particular day. I want to read for just like 6 hours in this particular day. I want to read for like 8 hours in this particular day. So I give it time. So that's where most people get it wrong. Not that most people don't know how to like manage their time correctly. They're not managing their time, but they don't really schedule time to each of these activities. And it's important that you do that. You understand? It's important that you schedule time to each of these activities. Like now, we all have 24 hours. We all have 24 hours in a day, right? All of us have access to 24 hours in a day. So within that 24 hours, you can do it from like 12 a.m. to 12 a.m. the next day. That's what I usually do. I'll take from 12 a.m. of Sunday to 12 a.m. of Monday. That's a day. That's 24 hours. So each of those time, every hour, I account for each of those hours. That is between 12 a.m. and 12 a.m. the next day. That's 24 hours. I account for each of those time. I say from this so time to so time I'm sleeping, from this so time to so time I'm waking up, I'm getting ready for the day, from this so time to this so time I'm in class, from this so time to so time I'm trying to like get a me time. I write that, get a me time. Me time is like time I used to like cash fund, because in medical school you have to do some things that are like a hobby to you, because you need to stay sane. All right, medical school is a marathon, not a sprint. So I just try my best to like make sure that I do some things to keep myself sane, because you need it as a medical student. So most of the time, and another thing, you should have an efficient study method, like have efficient study techniques. Have study techniques that will make your reading very fast, because medical school you are expected to finish a whole bulky workload within very short time. So you need to have efficient study techniques that will make your reading pace very, very fast. So some of the methods I shall use is like Pomodoro method. I use spaced repetition. So the way spaced repetition works is like what I read today, I will try to like revise it again tomorrow. Then I'll give it time. I'll ask myself again questions on it, maybe next 3 days. And I'll give another time again, maybe like the following week or next 2 weeks. I'll ask myself questions on what I read today. So that's what spaced repetition means, and you need it as a medical student, because in medical school you're not allowed to forget anything. Yeah, you're not allowed to forget anything. It's a taboo for you to forget anything. So you have to. And I use an app called Anki Droid to do this. When I read, I like have some questions. I call it like revision questions for that particular topic that I read, so that when I want to do ask myself questions on it again next week, it's those questions I used to like ask myself questions, and if I'm able to answer them very well, I know that yes, those information are still intact in my brain. For Pomodoro method, how it works is that it's usually helpful for people that don't know how to concentrate on a particular task for very long hours. Like, you don't know how to read for 8 hours in a stretch. So the reason why I use that method is because someone like me, I don't know how to do that. I don't know how to read for long hours at a stretch. So what I do is I try my best to read for the amount of time that I can read, and then at the end of that hours or at the end of that minutes, I take a break. So the way Pomodoro method works is that usually you are allowed to like read. You read for like 25 minutes. Then at the end of that 25 minutes, you take a 5 minutes break, doing whatever you want to do. It can be taking a drink, it can be taking a snack, it can be taking a walk around, anything that you choose to do. Just taking a 5 minutes break. At the end of that 5 minutes break, you go back and guard it for 25 minutes again. So what this thing does to your brain is that it will help you to be hyper focused. It will help you to concentrate on that task during that time. So it will help you to like increase your productivity. And this is one of the ways that you can use to like increase your reading pace. And at the end of the day, you realize that okay, you're afraid for long hours. Actually, by the time you sum everything up, you realize that you're afraid for like 6 hours, you're afraid for like 8 hours. So that's how Pomodoro method works. So most of the time, as a medical student, your time is very precious to you. Time is very precious to you. So as a medical student, you being in medical school open you up to many opportunities, like in your church or your fellowship. You'll most likely be preferred. You most likely be made an executive. So, or like many associations who want to like assign a role to you, that kind of thing. And most of the time, all these activities can like eat the time that you're supposed to be reading, that you're supposed to be studying. So the thing is, just learn how to prioritize, like learn a scale of preferences. This thing important to you? How urgent is it to you? How will it help you? If the thing is not really going to be that helpful, I will advise you say no. Okay, just say no. It's not everything say yes to. Not that you now say yes and you end up being in like 6 different fellowships. How will you have time to read? Please. Or like you are in a session, you are a content creator in one session, you are a graphic designer in another session, you are the president in another session, you are the vice president in another session. How will you have time to read? So as a medical student, your time is precious to you. So learn how to say no. Okay? But that does not mean that you should not explore opportunities and then try to like expand your horizon. Okay? But just what I'm just trying to say is when the thing is getting overwhelming and choking, learn to say no, okay, to some opportunities, because your primary reason why you are in school is for you to study. So make sure that nothing make you to slack that. Let me add this again. Having a schedule. Be flexible with your schedule, okay? Don't have a rigid schedule because time change, okay? So the schedule I used when I was 200 level, I might not use it when I get to 300 level, because it's different things that we're going to do in 300 level. So I don't have a rigid time schedule. Always review your schedule time to time. So we've come to the end of this video. So if you like this video and it has been very helpful to you, make sure you give this video a thumbs up, comment, and share to your friends that you think will need that this video will be useful to them. Share it to your friends. Bye. See you in my next video.